My name is Manuel Adolfo Villalobos, and I'm going to be talking about my painting from the EyeCon series. So I just recently stretched out a canvas over some stretchers, so I'm drawing right on raw canvas using charcoal. I'm just using basic shapes or some distorted shapes. Right now I'm just working on the eyes, and now I'm working on drawing out a nose, but I'm distorting the features as much as I like to. Sometimes making these kind of lines makes me feel like I'm just doing some graffiti, some throw-ups. Very simple lines that feel like aren't going to go anywhere, but they go very far. So I took up the whole canvas with just a very robust face. Now I'm making shadow lettering on top of the bandana. And a signature for good measure. Highlights on the shades. So that's the raw canvas with some nice cast shadows of me on. But now, since I drew on raw canvas, now I'm spraying it with some water just to soak up some of the canvas dirt, if there's any dust floating around. And I'm also trying to make the canvas tighter than it is by spraying some water. As the water dries up, the canvas dries up as well, and it begins to shrink, which makes the canvas way tighter. Now I'm putting gesso, a light layer gesso. The reason I'm putting gesso on now instead of first is because I wanted to have the charcoal outline underneath the gesso, so when I start painting, the charcoal would interfere with the pigment of the paint. Now I'm trying to mix a good old almost brown. It's like a burnt sienna almost, but I mixed it, so it really doesn't have a name. But I already painted some of the cheekbones, the lips, a little bit of the nose, some highlights, and now I'm going and I painted the 5 o'clock shadow with that brown, and now I'm coming in with this almost orange-like pigment, dark orange. And I've completed his mustache, his cheeks, his 5 o'clock shadow, outlined some of the lettering in his bandana, painted some of his eyebrows. These are very first layer. And now I like getting close-ups of the painting just so I can see where these abstract moments are happening and what to keep and what to paint over. But I do enjoy watching them as they progress. Here's the first layer painting. Some say the painting's done. I always feel like the painting's done, but then I walk away and I keep painting. So I brought it outside and put my easel in front of it, just like having some random shadows over it. I like to see how a painting could look in different settings. And now I'm ready to go start painting some more layers. Bringing the painting out in the light really helped with what type of abstractions could be added. And I painted a very nice red frame on top of the already painted frames. So now I'm taking bits of risks in just going on top of what's been done already. Like now I'm going over the bandana, which did say Hollywood, and now I'm putting some different letters over there. Now I'm distorting more of the frames, and my goal is really just to cover the whole canvas, but everything has to make sense. And I'm over here having some fun, being, just enjoying the spring weather. What's really great about painting these EyeCon series is it allows me to let people see the people that inspire me throughout my life. Hulk Hogan is definitely one person that did inspire me very early on as a youth. He and a lot of the other wrestlers, they were like the first people I tried to draw. And Hulk Hogan was actually the first person I drew eventually, by the time I was a teenager, to look just like his face. So instead of painting another picture of him looking realistically, I just wanted to embrace him, his colorfulness, his diverse in character, his different stages of his career, and I expressed it with bigger than life features: nose, lips, mustache, eyes. But as you get to go closer to the painting, there's so many beautiful little moments of abstraction, and it almost looks like landscapes or even some like engineering parts. But that's what I love about doing close-ups of my paintings, because you see other small moments. It's almost like a cell. When you walk away from it, you see a human, but when you go microscopic closer, you see these little cells. You see all these little brush strokes next to really thick brush strokes. And here I'm basically really finishing up the painting now, just adding some little dark moments, because I already used my bright colors first. Now I'm just trying to grab some shadows and really try to create some depth with the painting. Here's another moment of me looking at a painting from a distance to see how it would look like from a few yards away, and how a painting would look like through some mesh. And this is the final look of the painting, which I'm very proud of. The EyeCon series by Manuel Adolfo Villalobos.